You don't look like one of the Rust Devils. What are you doing here?
I come to warn you of a new scourge who stalks the innocent and destroys.
Hunting down a radar beacon.
A radar beacon? How very interesting. That's a very specific part to be searching for. And you don't look like the typical part scavenger type to me. I calculate a 98.8% chance that you're looking for the Mechanist. If I'm correct, and I usually am, then perhaps we can help each other with our respective predicaments.
I'm listening.
How refreshing. Then allow me to explain. Now, how can I put this as simple as possible so someone at your processing speed can understand? In order to find the Mechanist, you're going to need more than just my radar beacon. You're going to need access to the facility. I'm going to provide said access, but you'll have to fulfill two simple conditions. One, you need to get me as far away as you can from these lunatics. And two, find me a new body. Once both conditions are satisfied, I'll gladly provide you with everything you need. Do we have a deal?
How do I know you'll keep up your end of the bargain?
Even though there's a human brain floating in a biogel inside my head, I'm still bound by my original programming. It pains me to admit it, but one of my directives states that I cannot lie. Ever. So, while I'm not the most charming robot you've ever encountered, the last thing I'm going to do is violate an agreement we made. Now that we have that out of the way, do we have a deal?
Deal.
A wise decision. Once we're at our destination, I'll happily relinquish my radar beacon as a gesture of good faith. Now, I strongly suggest you stop loitering in the middle of a hostile location and get us both out of here at once.
People of the Commonwealth, it is I, the Mechanist. I come to warn you.
Uh-oh. Oh, well, Ahab's a fucking beast. Ada should be able to do a decent bit of damage there.
Well, come on. Let's not wait around for more horrifying monstrosities.
Fuck, gotta go.
I come to warn you of a new scourge who stalks the innocent and destroys my robot allies, who only seeks to save lives. This scourge cares nothing for the progress we have made, but we will find him and bring him to justice. People of the Commonwealth, it is I, the Mechanist. I come to warn you.
All right, Brain Box. Ivy wants me to find out what makes you tick. So let's get started.
There's no need for that. I'm certain we can discuss this rather unfortunate situation before it gets completely out of hand. Now, what exactly did this Ivy tell you to do?
Simple. She wants me to crack open that dome you have for a head and find out how your brain is connected to your circuits.
Perhaps I can be of assistance in that regard. After all, there isn't much else.
Watch the tripwires.
Now that you've
I'd
removed
rather
my
keep
head
myself
from this
intact
chassis,
today, thank you.
How about before
The hell
some
is
sort
an
of an
accord?
Just
Talking about
between the
wires
two
or
of us?
something?
Right. I need to phrase this so even a dullard like you would understand. Let me put it this way. you need information that's going to make your boss happy. I want to keep my brain in one piece. Maybe we can cut a deal.
Fine. I'm listening.
I'll tell you everything I know about my own construction. All the bits that Ivy wants to hear. And I promise you, she won't be disappointed. In return, you keep those tools away from me and put me back onto my body. You get what you want, and I don't get dissected like some kind of a laboratory experiment. Do we have a deal?
Well, that would save me a lot of time. Ivy doesn't like waiting. Tell you what, you start talking, and I'll stop drilling. After I tell Ivy everything, we'll see how happy she really gets. But I think I'm gonna leave your head in that machine for now. Just in case you decide to get any smart ideas.
Yes.
I suppose it will have to suffice. I mean, yeah, it's a deal.
Alright then. Ah, shoot.
Approach and identify
I must
yourself.
apologize for the odd noises I'm currently emitting. A consequence of being mechanical. In nature.
You really are taking the path of most resistance here, aren't you?
I'm not actually taking any real difficult path at all, to be honest. There's not an awful lot of fucking resistance anyway, women.
Intruder.
Oh!
Time to end this. That was amusing.
Oh! Motherfucker! That was a fucking cracking shot. Ooh. Oh.
If you find any spare
Yeah,
parts,
shit. Alright. Looks like we're gonna have to give up the old with 6. Jesus.
you be sure to let me know.
This guy's head just exploded.
of service?
Need your expertise.
Certainly. Let me get that terminal unlocked for you. Decent security, but I don't think it should keep me out. Nope, that's not it. All done. You should be able to use the terminal now.
Alright, good shit. A bit late. I want that power armor very badly. Where the fuck am I going again?
Based on my limited experience with you, I estimate a 65% chance of making it out of here. Not optimal. An increase in effort could have an impact on the odds. This is the one that ripped my head off. I demand we rip her head off. It's only fair.
Ooh, you motherfucker!
Had I a body, I would have killed her myself. Oh well.
T60 armor.
6 of one, half dozen of the other. Good job, human.
Tesla rifle, yes, please. Take all of that and give it to a little robot.
There we go.
Curious, little bit of equipment. Where are you, robot?
Heads up.
What can I do?
Never having that. Oh wait, the T60 armor I have? I didn't think it was. Oh well, fair enough. But nonetheless, let's give her that cool fucking. I'm actually gonna keep. Nah, I'll give her that now.
Do for you?
Get it all for later.
Lock's really strong.
Bastard. Aluminium. Not used 10mm in fucking ages. Charged by reloading repeatedly. The more charges, the higher the damage.
Heads up.
Yes,
Grab anything useful.
I'll get it done.
Take a look.
Sorry, I can't get there right now.
That's like password protected anyway. Right, now we've been this way. I really want that fucking power armor.
Thank goodness we are out of that hole. Don't think your job is done.
Look alive.
I'd be happy to help if I can.
Look alive. Here you go, Ada. The final radar beacon. I'll need that head back when you're done.
Of course. Shouldn't take but a moment. There you go. Still in one piece. I'm not sure why you want the head back. All we needed was its radar beacon. Besides, robo-brains are notorious for being, well, a real pain in the neck.
We still need it, Ada. I believe it can help us access the Mechanist's facility.
Of course. It makes perfect sense that the Mechanist would not only keep its location a closely guarded secret, but would secure it against intrusion as well. I'm terribly sorry. I hadn't considered that possibility at all. I'm afraid when it comes to assisting humans, I'm not doing very well lately.
Don't be ridiculous. If it wasn't for you, we couldn't have gotten this far already.
That's kind of you to say. Ever since I let my friends die in that caravan, I feel like I've been failing in my duties. I chose the route we took the day we were attacked. Perhaps if I had selected an alternate route, they'd still be alive. Sometimes I wish that Jackson had programmed me with my personality mode set permanently to disabled.
You shouldn't think that way. Your personality helps you think creatively.
I always considered my personality to be a burden, but I suppose I've been looking at it incorrectly. I really think I needed to hear that from someone else. Thank you. Now I've distracted you for long enough. I'll finish up my calculations while you deal with our new friend, Jezebel. Hopefully, she'll be able to grant us access to the Mechanist's facility, and we can put an end to this nonsense once and for all.
Build Jezebel a body. Jump back to Sanctuary. Right, so let's get Jezebel into a new body.
Strong hope we find milk.
Just
Soon. Strong getting hungry. Want someone to eat? Someday, super mutants kill everything. So,
yeah, I'll get out the bare bones.
want to do more fighting?
Interesting. This body you've selected for me isn't quite what I had envisioned, but it will have to suffice.
What kind of body were you expecting?
Considering I look like a junk bot that's been hastily welded together by an amateur, I'd say almost anything else would have been better. However, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, given your limited skill set derived from your equally diminished intelligence.
Sorry, Your Highness. The Royal Tailor has been quite ill, and I'm afraid the task fell to me instead.
If you're attempting to use sarcasm as an intimidation tactic, I'm afraid you're wasting your time. Look, it's obvious we don't care for each other's company, which suits me just fine. So, Why don't you ask me everything you wanted to know, and then I'll be on my way.
Tell me everything you know about the Mechanist.
Now there's a fascinating subject. The Mechanist. Amazingly adept at programming. A veritable genius with electronics. I'm not surprised you're interested. I've been dutifully carrying out the Mechanist's instructions to help the people of the Commonwealth for quite a long time.
Helping the people of the Commonwealth? You?
Absolutely. It's my primary directive. The Mechanist instructed me to seek out and help the people of the Commonwealth. By my calculations, the easiest way to help a human is simply to destroy it. There's no point in prolonging a laughably fragile life. It's the most efficient way to assist them. Any other effort to help tends to result in numerous complex side effects.
The Mechanist gave you these instructions? To kill people?
Well, not exactly. The specific instruction was to help people. I merely interpreted the most efficient way to perform my duties. Assisting a human to the best of my abilities only affords a 25% survival rate. That means there's a 75% chance that despite my efforts, the human I'm assisting will die from something beyond my control. Therefore, it's better to hasten the human's death and put them out of their likely chance of misery than to deplete my limited time. It's actually quite elementary. But given your minimal intellect, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised you don't understand.
Can we stop with the petty bickering and just get to the part where you tell me how to access the Mechanist's facility?
I promised to answer your questions. And unlike humans, I don't have the capacity to lie. It's rather simple, really. In order to gain entry to the Mechanist facility, you're going to need to outfit one of your robots with an MSAT modification. I'll upload the plans to your Pip-Boy device. There. I've fulfilled my portion of our agreement. Perhaps I'll remain here for a while and see how things resolve between yourself and the Mechanist. Purely for my own amusement, of course. I suspect you'll have quite a tale to tell once you return. But then again, I'd be surprised if you ever return at all.
Alright then. Really want that Exo-1 armour. It was there. And that starts a new one for us. Anyway folks, that's going to be it for that episode. I will see you in the next one where we, I don't know, do something cool. Probably that quest. Anyway folks, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.